Hello guys and welcome back to the channel Vintage Sports Card Finds. Today we're going to go through a purchase I made on eBay. Won an auction of 44 cards from the 1970 Topps basketball set. As you guys know, that's one of them I'm working on, the 70-71 Topps basketball set of the Tall Boys. And I'm going to take you through some cards. Now, the purchase was for 44 cards, and as it turns out, I needed 17 of them. I'm going to take you first through the cards that I picked up that I didn't need for my set. So, here we go. Jim Washington. Guy Rogers. I already had these. But there's a number of these that were upgrades. Jim Walker. So if you're a vintage basketball guy, this is the episode for you. This one here is Mike Royden. Henry Finkel, Boston Celtics. Joe Ellis, San Francisco. As you can see, the cards are in really, really nice shape. Now, a number of these that I didn't need, a number of these are going to be upgrades, believe it or not. Even though mine were in pretty good shape, the centering on some of these cards is a lot better. So I will pick the better centered cards and keep those. We got Lou Hudson, Jerry Lucas. I mean, some of them, the centering is off, but some are better centered than the cards I already had. So they will be joining the collection or that set. Ray Scott, Kevin Lawfrey, Bill Hewitt. You're going to want to stick around to the end for what was the best cards that came in this. Now, I typically buy cards in lots because it works out cheaper. This was a good one, a nice duplicate Paul Silas. I'll have to see which one is better, this one or the other one. This one's got it looks like a fisheye or a printing defect there. Bill Bridges. That one's off center, so that's probably not an upgrade. Herm Gilliam. This one has some discoloration there on the left. Jeff Mullins. So I picked up this lot of 44 cards. There was only one duplicate in the lot. Fred Hetzel. Johnny Green. Larry Siegfried. There's your two duplicates right there. And I'm sure one of these will probably be an upgrade for the set. Gus Johnson, Baltimore. Terry Dissinger, Detroit. Jim Fox, Chicago. Tom Mercery, Seattle. Nice stash. Richard Johnson, Celtics. This one actually I might need him for my Celtics binder, so I'm going to have to look at that one to see if that'll fit. And then Mel Counts. So there were 27 of the 44 cards I didn't need. Now, as it turns out, it wasn't actually an auction. Now that I think about it, this was I believe, a buy it now for a really reasonable price. And I made or best offer. I made the guy a reasonable best offer. I think $5 or $10 less to work it out so that they were around $2 a card, which is what I was willing to pay on those. And I was able to snag all in, taxes, shipping, the whole nine. Worked out to about $1.94 a card. So that worked out well. So before I get into the last 17 cards, which I did need for my set, I want to touch base on one thing. So I went to the local place around here that carries a lot of card supplies. what I was looking for was top loaders for tall boys, like I have here. All right. So these tall boy top loaders are ideal, right? Because this is a set that's difficult to put in in a box, unless you find the right size box, maybe 300 count box, maybe that, something like that, where you could stick them that way, or a binder. I don't know if they make pages for the tall boys. I know they did at one point, where it was like 6 cards to a page, I believe. But I don't know if they're still making them, because when I went to get these tall boy top loaders at the shop, they said we can't get them anymore. They don't exist. They have tall boy card savers, the malleable pro molds or card savers that you would have to send these cards in for grading in, but they don't have the top loaders, which is what I want for protection. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know in the comments. I was kind of astonished that they just don't make them. He goes, I can't even order these on SKU. He goes, there's no SKU for this. And this guy's got every top loader, every card saver, every size of everything, boxes, Beckett's, packs, you name it. He's got a lot of it there. And he looked it up, and he couldn't even order it if he tried. So if anybody's got a bunch of tall boy top loaders that they're not using, this guy could use them. As you know, I probably need 17 of them or so, but for these new ones, but I could actually use a little bit more. So those I just found that kind of fascinating that they didn't make those anymore. So let's go through the rest of the cards here. So I came into this purchase having 79 of, I believe this set is 177 cards. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe. That's the only part of the research for this video I didn't do. So I had 79 of them, and I was just hoping to add some other ones. So Bob Rule, here's one, Seattle center. These cards were in great shape, so I figured it was worth the shot to buy these at $2 a piece. Rick Roberson, Lakers. Toby Kimball, San Diego. Johnny Egan, Cleveland. You see the cards, really nice sharp corners. I mean, some of them are obviously gonna have centering issues, because again, that's a Topps problem, not a card collector problem. Flynn Robinson. Bob Boozer, forward Seattle. So really strong condition cards for the year and the size. I don't know if you guys find this, but to me, tall boys struggle to maintain in good condition because they're so difficult. There was never really an appropriate way to store them. So there you could, like I said, you could use a 300 or 400 count. It looks like a 300 count box would fit pretty good. Maybe a 200 count box, but I would say to be safer, probably a 300 count box. That's possibly a way to do it. Stan McKenzie, guard, Portland. You can see they're very strong. The condition of these cards is really nice. I'll take a deeper dive as I get into it, but I was hoping to put these in top loaders tonight and then put the other ones out on eBay for sale. You can certainly check my eBay store to see if any of these strike your fancy. Jim Davis, again, from the duplicates that I showed earlier. Those are the cards that will be available for sale, and I'll probably do them in a lot like that. John Block, excuse me. Chet Walker. So all these were cards I didn't have. I added 17 more to the set. Bobby Smith, forward from Cleveland. Just love the look of the tall boys, and especially when they're in nice shape like this. Very crisp. Look like they're packed fresh. Wally Jones, guard, Philadelphia. Bob Love. Now, I may have this card graded. I don't know that, but because I did pick up, I did a video recently on a graded lot of these that I picked up. So, but I'm trying to stick to only the cards that I did not have graded in that set, because I'm either going to put it in a binder or I was going to put it in these top loaders and leave it in a bigger box. But now realizing that top loaders isn't a thing anymore in this size, that's sort of a bummer. And I don't like to use the card savers, because taking those cards in and out and in and out and in and out creates a lot of potential for damage, and I'm just not a fan of those. And then the last two cards was an Nate Thurman, and this one I do know I have graded, but this one actually might be in better condition than the one I have graded. I mean, it's off center, but as far as like corners and edges are concerned, this card is sharp. See there's really no issues on this card. Nate Thurman. And then lastly, probably the biggest reason I decided to make an offer on this particular lot was a card I knew I didn't have. I knew I'd pick up some other cards I didn't have, but this one was a Wes Unseld. And so, I mean, right, this is a card that's probably going to run you a decent little amount, $10, $15, $20, something like that. In this condition, probably even a little bit more. It's second year, Wes Unseld. So to me, that's why buying in bulk is such, or buying in lots, especially if you're buying on eBay, is a good way to go, because right, I picked this card up for $2, just like the commons, and this is just a beautiful card of one of the tougher players to get in these sets, in these early sets. So that's a really nice Wes Unseld, and I'm really, really happy that I got that card. And overall, I thought it was a really, really good buy. So now I have 96 of the 177, and the battle rages on. So I will continue to build that set. That's a set I really, really want to have. The other one that I would like to have is the 6970. That's an incredibly tough set for all the reasons we know. A lot of rookies in it. There'll be a lot of rookies in that set, and obviously, a big rookie, I believe is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's rookies in that set. So there's some big rookies in that set. So that one's much tougher, sells for a lot more per card. But that's something I'll look to be building. That's it for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, feel free to subscribe. It's 100% free. It's just basically you joining our little family and being notified to some degree of when we release videos. I'm sorry I haven't released a video in a few days, but things have been real hectic here on the homestead. So trying to do them regularly. Thanks so much again for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers, all the old subscribers. Always appreciate you guys and appreciate your support in this little endeavor. And other than that, if you know anything about those top loaders, please let me know, because, or if you have any that you're looking to get rid of, let me know. Thanks so much. And as always, guys, happy hunting. One last thing. There is a number of purchases I've made on eBay that are on their way in. So we will be doing some more baseball videos coming up, and we will be doing some hockey videos on some stuff I picked up in hockey that I was really excited to pick up. Couple of decent auction scores on eBay. So I will be doing some videos on some vintage baseball sets that I haven't really focused on lately, but I was able to pick up a couple of lots recently. I'm hoping for some surprises in those. And then, of course, a couple of hockey lots that we will have as well. So thanks again. And as always, happy hunting, guys. Thank you.